guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a minute. I finally got all settled into my new duty station and I'm obviously in a new location. Also, I would like to add that the quality of my video probably looks a little different than normal because the girl definitely just caught the iPhone 11 Pro Max. And the camera on that is 5. So yeah, I'm no longer filming on an iPhone 6 anymore. I had to step my game up, you know? I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, okay? I'm no longer taping my phone to my window. However, I am still taping it somewhere else. It's currently taped on top of a dehumidifier box. It's no longer my window, but I do have a nice lamp in the background. But since the BMT Storytime series did better than I ever expected, I decided to introduce Tech School. This is not necessarily going to be a story time. It's just giving you guys kind of a little idea of what I experienced in my tech school. Oh, but don't worry. Tech School story times are coming. But for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to go through 10 different reasons why I think tech school is lit. Now, my experience is probably different from other people's experience who went to tech school somewhere else for a different AFSC. So this is just strictly based on my personal experience. And I think I got lucky with where my tech school was. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I was fortunate enough to have my tech school be based out of Pensacola, Florida. And by this time, you know, I know that in BMT, you're going to have MTIs who are your instructors or military training instructors. But in tech school, you have MTLs, which stands for military training leaders. And honestly, our MTLs were so chill. Nobody was really like overly strict. You could talk to them like they were normal people. You didn't have to really, you know, stand at attention all the time. Unless of course you were in their office and you had to give your reporting statement. But other than that, if you just saw them like out, you can honestly just talk to them as if they were normal people. They weren't bad at all. So reason number 2, like I said, went to tech school in Pensacola, Florida, which means the beach is like right there. Like we were right on the beach. And once we phased up, we literally went to the beach like every single weekend. That was the best way to have fun, in my opinion, on the weekends. Now, when it comes to the beach, this brings me to reason number 3, where if you are over the age of 21 in tech school, you can drink again. As soon as you phase up, you are able to go off base, you are able to drink. I know for me and my class, we had to wait 28 days before we could phase up. Now, the amount of time between, you know, phases varies depending on your base, depending on, I guess, your instructors. But for us, we had to wait 28 days. And after that, we were on the beach, we were drinking, a lot of good stuff, which reminds me of this one time that happened, like that first weekend that we phased up, and you know, some stuff went down that I'm not ready to talk about right now. But now, along with drinking, once you phase up, you're also allowed to smoke cigarettes. You're also allowed to smoke cigarettes. You're also allowed to dip, vape, juul, if you will. Now, for juuling and vaping, you're gonna have to read up on your rules and regulations on your particular base, because I know some bases don't allow juuls and vaping. There's like this whole thing about people like smoking juuls and vapes, and the pods are like exploding in people's faces. Like, listen, just check with your rules and regulations on juuling and vaping. But other than that, my people who like to smoke and dip, you got it. Now, like I said, we did end up going to the beach almost every single weekend, which reminds me of my next point. You get weekends off. In BMT, there's something to do every single day. Like, you're constantly busy, you have no days off. But in tech school, Saturdays and Sundays are off days. Though you could do whatever you want. Sleep all day if you want to. You could go out, go to the beach like we did. Like, those are your days off. So of course in BMT, if you have a brother flight or a male cousin flight or vice versa, you're basically not allowed to talk to the opposite sex in BMT. However, when you get to tech school, you can talk to them all you want. You can talk to the boys, you can talk to the girls, you can form relationships. Or in some cases, you can get married in tech school. And yes, there were individuals who did get married in tech school to people they met in tech school, or to people they met in BMT. Now, of course, no judgment at all. That's not for me, but like, if that's what you want to do, you can do it. It's perfectly legal. Now in BMT, You do PT 6 days a week. Sunday is your only day that you don't have to participate in any physical training of any sort, okay? But however, in my tech school, we only PT'd 3 days a week. And because our career field doesn't really require us to be very active, you know what we did for PT every time? Kickball. We played kickball. People played football. Okay, people went to the gym and played basketball. People walked along the beach for PT 3 days a week. Now, I'm not forgetting my gamers out there. I don't know if every base has one, but my base had a USO. This USO had a game room with foosball, ping pong tables. They had a gamer room with like dozens of TVs and gaming consoles. They had like Xbox, PS4, PS3, I think. They had like Wii's and just everything. You could rent video games and just play them in there for hours upon hours. Like, you could spend all day just playing video games in there if you really wanted to. They had a music room that had like instruments in there that you could play. They had a reading room with tons and tons and tons of books that you could just read. And the best part is that they gave out free food. Dude. Which brings me to my next point. When you get to tech school and when you get in the dorms, you can purchase internet. This will be the first time that you really get to like watch TV and play your video games and get on your laptop and have all that stuff sent to you. Now, you guys know that I am a foodie, so I definitely had to make this next point my last point. The Chow Hall food is fire. Like, no joke. Like, some people, okay, for me, BMT food was like, okay, it wasn't like the worst, but it wasn't great either. Like, I can deal with it. I survived, obviously. But some people love BMT food and hated the food at our base. Listen, the food on this base, first of all, breakfast never disappointed. Okay, breakfast was always amazing. For lunch and dinner, you had an express line, which had like burgers, fries, hot dogs, spicy chicken sandwich, onion rings, like all like the fast foody type of stuff. And then you had the main line, which always had like the healthy food, but it was like the healthy food always tasted good. I think they purposely did that. Like, they made the healthy food taste good so that you would be more inclined to like go through the main line and eat healthy and like, you know, do that type of thing. But they were always good. They had a soft serve ice cream machine and like toppings. They had like sprinkles. They had like the strawberry, like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. That strawberry stuff that you put on top of ice cream that had like the little chunks of strawberries in it. It had chocolate sauce. They had Heath bar, like crumbled up Heath bar to put in it. Like, they had carousels of desserts, cheesecake, Boston cream pie, pumpkin pie, German chocolate cake. Like, I can't. Like, not only did they have desserts in like the main line, like display, but you would go to like take your seat and they would just have carousels of like endless desserts. Like, how y'all expect me to pass my PT test and y'all putting all this carousel of desserts in front of me? But yeah, other than that, those are my 10 reasons why I believe that tech school is lit. In the comments below, let me know if I forgot anything, or let me know if you went to tech school or are currently in tech school and if it sucks or not. That is it for this video. If you guys liked it, definitely make sure to go ahead and like it and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already checked out my BMT Storytime series, I would highly suggest going ahead and checking that out because it is doing pretty well, if I do say so myself. But yeah, that is it. And I will see you guys in the next video.